Dragonforce, and with John Tushingham and Mark Dix. What I want to do today is just go through the building techniques for the Joyce Way Dragonforce, so you can get the best out of your yacht. Right, I'm going to open the box up now, just so you can see exactly what we've got in here. As you can see, most of the yacht is all constructed for you. So you've only actually got to locate the fin, ballast, rudder, make sure the radio gear is working, and slight construction on the rig. So what we're going to do is just go through the construction to make sure you know exactly what you're doing, and also just changing a few little items just to make it easier for the rigging. Also, we'll show you how to actually put the battery into the side position, and hopefully you can follow exactly what we're up to and get the best out of your Dragonforce radio controlled yacht. Right, as you can see, I've unpacked the Dragon. Don't forget the stand is in the bottom of the polystyrene packaging. A lot of people ring up and say there's no stand, but the stand is actually underneath the polystyrene. The hull's all constructed, winch is installed, so is the rudder servo, radio gear, so everything's ready on the hull to introduce the fin, the rudder and the ballast. So first of all is to construct the stand, and then we'll get on to constructing the rest of the yacht. Right, firstly, we're just going to make a couple of slight alterations to the hull, mainly to make it easier for rigging. We're going to remove this eye bolt and replace it with one that's cut into half. This is one I've done earlier. So we just cut the eye bolt into half and replace it into the third eye bolt for the jib attachment. We'll then, when we're making the rig, have a loop for the jib, and this will then attach to this small hook. The other thing we're going to do is just take this fitting off the back, the hook for the backstay, and just open it up so it makes it easier for detaching the backstay to change rigs. Just taken off the backstay fitting, opened up the back of the hook, and now going to replace it to the boat. As you can see, the loop is now open, so we'll be able to hook the backstay straight onto the fitting. The other thing is to try and remember is all these fittings, they have had slight leaks, so it might be a good idea to drop a little bit of resin once they're all in the correct positions, just to make sure it is waterproof and it supports the deck rings properly. Now we've completed that, next thing we're going to look at is the battery pack and how to power your yacht. At present, the yacht comes with a battery holder for 4 AA's, which will power the yacht with the on-off switch here. What we designed the yacht for is to try and get the weight slightly further forward. We are going to put a battery pack in the recess here, velcros to the side of the fin box. So we need an extension lead to take it from the switch to the battery pack, and then velcros the battery pack on the side of the fin box. Next we're going to install the rudder. Make sure it's quite free and easy. Some of them are a little bit stiff, and this will not do the rudder servo any good. So just make sure she fits in free and easy. Always good to use like a bit of silicone grease or something like that on it, just to make sure it's nice and smoothly running. Right, now we've now installed the rudder arm. All the tools for these sort of things are supplied with the yacht, so no need to go and get your Allen keys, they're all in with the kit. As you can see, we've now tightened up the fitting. Sometimes, or say most of the time, the flat spot on the rudder is slightly out, so you need to get this at right angles. As you can see, by having it at right angles, it is out. So you need to file down the flat spot just to make sure you get it at the correct angle. Right, I've now filed down the rudder stock, the flat spot, to make sure it's now all in line. You've now got the servo arm and the rudder arm all in the correct positions. Also remember, the rubber bellow, stainless steel wire going through here, make sure that's greased as well. The freer and easier the whole linkage works, the less the rudder has to work. Also, the centering point will be a lot better for the rudder. Right, now we're ready to install the fin and ballast. This can be quite a tight fit, so make sure when you put the ballast on the fin, give it a good tap down, and then put the bolt into the bottom and tighten her up. Remember, this is stainless steel going through to an aluminium thread. You don't want to over tighten, otherwise you could strip the thread. Bolt into the top of the fin box. The fin is now located. Once again, tighten up, just take the slack a little bit, don't over tighten, otherwise once again you can strip the thread. This centre plate, we try and first of all put it into the central position, so we tighten that up, keep it central, and then we can adjust the rigs and sails from there. Right, we're just going to put the radio gear in, or make sure it's all working. Install the batteries, turn the yacht on, and put the batteries in the transmitter. We normally use the rechargeable package in the boat, that runs at 6 volt, which the boat's quite happy with. But in the transmitter, if you put rechargeables, it runs at 4.8, and we have been told you do get a range problem. So I've just put normal AA batteries into the transmitter, so that then runs at 6 volts. As you can see, rudder's working, winch is working. Sometimes there is a binding problem. All you've got to do is pull the winch arm down and then straight up again. The lights will then stop flashing, or should stop flashing, and then you've bound between the radio and the boat. Everything's now working. We've got radio gear working, yacht's all constructed, all the hooks are ready, so now we can start thinking about the rig.